shoot, that's not supposed to happen. So there we are with the most amazing idea, and I did a test run and it went great and it looked great, as in stunning, and then I messed up. Oops. But I'm all for options over obstacles, so I can tell you, but even better, let me show you. For this technique you will be needing some crayons, and I'm using Gelatos and some art crayons and Distress Crayons. And basically for this technique you need some crayons, and well, it doesn't really matter which ones. And I'm just going to try them all to see what they look like. And because this is a laminating technique, you will need some laminated pouches. I have some matte ones, and the reason for that is that they don't reflect in the camera as the shiny ones do, which is totally annoying. But you can use those shiny or clear ones as well, because for the technique it doesn't make any difference. So I'm going to start by scribbling on some different colors on the inside of the pouch. I'm just filling the pouch until about 2/3 of the length, if that's the good word. And I also leave those little chunks that fall off when you're scribbling. You don't need them all smoothed out for this technique. So I'm just filling that part with the different colors. And also make sure that those chunky bits stay on the pouch. And keep it away a bit from the sides as well, to give it some space. So I have quite some color and some pretty chunks on my background. So I'm ready for the next step. And then I'm going to close my pouch. And then I'm going to take it to my laminator that's preheated. I'm adding the pouch in the laminator with the closed side first. And then look at what's happening. The crayons are melted and pressed together by the heat of the laminator, and they are spread all over the pouch, which is a really super cool effect. And even the effect with the gelatos in the pouch is see-through. You can still see that metallic and pearlescent shine of the gelatos, which is really cool. So I'm also going to try the Distress Crayons, doing the same, but now I'm going for lines lengthwise. And this is because I was thinking that this may look better because it's squeezed in the machine and it's rolling through also in the length. It possibly will give you an even better result. And I'm going to run it through the laminator and see what that will look like. And with the Distress Crayons you get lots of texture, which is really cool. And it's also a bit see-through, but it gives a pretty cool effect. But it makes a really pretty background. Now this is still going smoothly and the result is quite stunning, so I'm going to try some more. So next are those art crayons, and I thought, wouldn't it be fun to chip off some pieces just with a knife? It saves me some time scribbling and I can use up some of the smaller pieces. And maybe those bigger chunks will give me a really cool effect. So I used the knife to cut off some pieces to spread that over about 1/3 of the pouch. If you are liking this video, make sure to like, subscribe and share so more people can have some laminator fun. I found that the crayons are a bit softer than I remembered them to be, and they are a bit more messy because they are not in a plastic cover. So you have to clean your fingers in between so you don't get the color on the outside of the pouch. So far so good. And then I close my pouch and it's ready to run it through the machine. And then the part where I messed up. The following images can be disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. So I just went on with my experiment. I added the pouch in the machine. And then this happened. Nothing. Shoot, the pouch is not coming out. Now that was the perfect example on what not to do. So I took the laminator apart, I pulled out the sheet and I put it back together again. And this machine turns out to be quite a fabulous one, because it's still working. So with some renewed energy and ideas, I went on and did some more experimenting. Adding some color and running those pouches through the machine. And this time they all worked. And these art crayons give you some really cool and a bit more opaque results. And some wonderful, colorful backgrounds. So on with it, because this gave me the idea on how to fix the problem and to improve on the technique so you don't have to mess up. I've used those gelatos again to add some color to the background, making some stripes lengthwise until about halfway the pouch. And then I close the pouch and I press it flat. And then run it through the machine. And then something super cool happened while trying to keep the melted crayons within the safe zone, as in not ruining the machine zone. Something amazing happened, like jaw-dropping awesome. And because I wanted to make that those gelatos stayed in the safe zone, I've added a sheet of paper on top and bottom, and I will show you how I did that. But this is the result, and it's so stunning that I kind of regret that I used some scrap pieces of paper for this. So now let me show you how I did this. So I have the pouch open on my desk and I'm going to make a rainbow. So I'm adding those colors, my red, my orange, the yellow, the green, my blue and the purple. Making a happy, colorful gelatos rainbow. And rainbows always rock, they are fun to make and they are gorgeous to look at as well. And I'm making the stripes following the direction of the pouch. And I also add little chunks, they won't be a problem in the machine. And then I close the pouch and press it flat again. Then I add the pouch in the laminator. And I have 2 sheets of paper, regular printing paper, ready, lying next to me. And then I add one underneath the pouch. And make sure to guide it through until it's picked up by the machine. And I add the other one on top. And I'm going to slide that in over the pouch until I feel it's picked up by the machine also. And now let's look what that's going to give us. So the laminator sheet is already out and the papers are still in. They're coming out now and look at how gorgeous this is. This is really amazing. The look of this. It's stunning. It's totally, wow, this is so gorgeous. This is really gorgeous. Here you can see the laminator sheet together with the printing paper. And because I added those sheets to the laminator pouch, you get some stripes there. So the laminated one is a bit translucent, but those printing papers are really opaque and they have the opposite pattern. Amazing and incredibly cool texture. Well, I have no idea how I'm going to use this, but it's so pretty. So I think I might first gaze at it a little bit. And I also tried it with just paper. So just scribbling some gelato straight to the paper and then add another paper on top and then run it through the machine. But it doesn't give that result for some reason and I have no idea why. But this technique is really simple. It gives gorgeous results and it gives some really cool options to use on your craft projects. Now, every now and then you get that big surprise when trying new things, and that, my friends, will make you keep on crafting. Now, squeeze in as much fun as you can in each day and have a wonderful holiday, everyone. And of course, keep on crafting in the meantime.